Trust is the one ingredient that is so important to a relationship. You can't have a healthy relationship without trust. I mean, it's impossible as far as I can see. So is it normal if some people can't trust in their relationship? It's not really normal. In fact, when clients come in and they tell me they can't trust in a relationship, I usually talk about that relationship because I am almost therapeutically convinced that the reason they can't trust is they're getting some kind of signs from their partner, or there's something going on between the two of them. But that's not always the case. Sometimes people who have an inability to trust, it's none of those things. It's what happened in their past that they can't let go of. I'm going to give you several ideas or several reasons you may not be able to trust. And as I identify these, if you see yourself in that, then what I'm going to suggest is that you really go to therapy and tell the therapist that one specific area that you're really struggling with. You wouldn't have to have a lot of sessions perhaps, but not only that, it's going to help you in the future. If this relationship doesn't work, more than likely you're going to want one that does, and it's going to help you with that so that you will be able to find trust in a relationship. The first thing is you have a low propensity to trust. Some people are just born with a very skeptical, cynical mind, and their temperament is that. So they have a very difficult time trusting what people say. They may not have had any bad parenting or anything else. They just have a very low propensity to trust. It's just their personality. They're also more paranoid. They think of other things. They may be more anxious. These people do benefit from therapy. The reason being that if you've always been this way, the therapist can help guide you into literature and other things written that are going to help give you a basis of why it's important to trust. And they're going to give you little exercises about trusting small things first and then building your confidence so you can actually put your trust in an intimate other. Secondly, you don't like to give up control. People who are control freaks do not trust well. And the reason is because they feel like when they put trust in somebody before, they were burnt. And so, in other words, they truly embrace the idea that if you want something done correctly, you do it yourself. And therefore, I have to control it. The problem with this is you can't control love. And you can't control how love progresses or doesn't progress. And therefore, if you can't control love, then you cannot control another person. If you don't trust them and you continually check up on them or monitor them or don't take what they say to be their truth, you're going to end up being a suspicious partner, extremely jealous partner, and those two things will really ruin the relationship. Thirdly, you have unrealistic expectations. If you expect someone to drop everything when you talk, or you expect your partner to always put you as a priority, no matter what's going on in their life, or you have expectations that no matter what your partner says, life never changes things, then you are going to have a very hard time trusting. Expectations are something we build into ourselves. And I think when we build something so high or almost magical, like a Disney fairy tale, we are really building something that could destroy our relationship. Doing a mindset rechange, which is done with therapy and just changing your perspective by being introduced into the real world, is going to help you set more realistic expectations. I'm not saying to lower them. I'm saying make them realistic and understand what love means on your end as well as your partner. People with really high unreasonable expectations don't ever think about what their part is. They expect all the benefit from their partner, and that's not only unfair, it's unhealthy in a relationship. And lastly, past hurts hold you back. These include the times you grew up, the times you trusted a parent and you were abandoned or teased or or made fun of or neglected. This also includes past relationships where you put all your trust in another person, whether it was a good friend or a partner. It doesn't matter. These broken trusts really hurt, and they really affect how we view future love interests, future partners, future friendships. So you'll have to go through that grieving process. But then on the other side of that grieving process, there should be an element of restoring trust. This is done slowly, methodically, with a counselor or mental health professional or a support group. It's really going to help you start taking risks again with trust. And from there, you'll be able to build a trusting relationship.